While I'm not sure when this port was added by the developers, as I have not had the game that long, I'm very happy that it is a thing and that it's surprisingly good. With this being a mode and not fully VR from the ground up, I'm gonna have to tackle this one a little bit differently than I would normally. First things first, you can still completely access the Steam menu system with no real issue. I don't really know how much you'd be bringing that up unless you're closing the game or checking things on software if you're a content creator. Yeah, honestly, I don't think you'd be bringing it up too much at all. Controls are going to be way different than typical control stuff for VR titles that you know and are more non-VR control schemes, and it gets kind of complex. I guess that's probably most racing sims in general. The reason that I say the controls will get complex is that while this may be a racing game, it is a full sim racing game, as I just said. Whether it be keyboard, controller, or racing wheel, there are 2 to 3 different sets of controls to get through and map. You don't have to map every single one, and frankly, I think it is dang near impossible to map them all. Map them all to any control method. I just do not think you're going to be doing that. Some is going to have to be on the keyboard. You should put necessary ones to the keyboard that you don't have space to map on the controller or racing wheel. This will take a bit to set it all up, but it will alleviate some stress. Just put the needed things on keys that are close enough to you that you can see or tell what they are just by feeling around with a headset on your face. As far as sensitivity goes, you can adjust the dead zones on controller thumbsticks, turning and triggers for gas and brake. If you want FOV, it's there. It can be changed in the settings, but in VR, I'd suggest using driver adjustment to set yourself in the car exactly where it is best for you. Not going to be the same for everyone. You do need to map the controls to adjust the driver, however, so definitely do take the time to do that. And you need to be on the track to be able to do it, so head into practice and do it there. Like I said, it's going to get complex. The difficulty of this game comes from removing the assists. There are no standard difficulty options. The more assists you have, the more forgiving the game is, but it can still be a lot of fun, and vice versa. The more assists you turn off, the more difficult it becomes, but if you're playing for the full sim experience, then this will be fun for you as well. Our typical last thing to discuss, being arm and upper body movement, is a bit different here. There really isn't any unless you're wanting to use a racing wheel and pedals, and that is only because you need to reach out for the wheel, so that would probably be minimal to moderate, because you still relatively have those kind of close and for racing setups. Other than that, whether you're using a keyboard or doing it with a controller, you're all set. Some more things I want to make sure to mention in this overview, as well as in the accessibility notes, is that if you're going to be playing this through Steam Link or a link cable with the MetaQuest headset, or I guess any other wireless headset, you will need to set the in-game render to open VR in the settings before starting practice, career, or multiplayer. Yeah, at least with the MetaQuest 2, I have issues with it. The game doesn't really function well unless you have set it to open VR before you do any of that. So just be warned on that. And that is going to be it for this accessibility overview. I am happy to be back doing these. If you've seen any of the older videos, and I mentioned website, DewdyDoes.com, the website is no longer around, but all of the Google Docs to the needed things, all of the accessibility notes, 100 plus of them, as well as the text versions of this overview and some others. I'm actually working on turning those all into overview videos instead of just in text, so they will then eventually be on here as well. But yes, I will leave the links to all those down in the description. Give them to anybody who you know who may need them or could use them. That's why I do these. So yeah, I hope you have a good day wherever you are, and I will see you later. All right, bye.